10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, that one, with the day I've had, that one almost put me to sleep right there.
You're like, what?
I can
So
rock
what
a
did
tree.
what did you do today?
What did I do today? I fished this morning. I fished a little bit more. I put an AC in a window, and then I came home.
Oh, wow, that was exciting.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
I
super
mean,
exciting.
if you give me fishing stuff, and I will be content for about a weekend.
Okay, gotcha.
And we'll talk
Gotcha.
about that more here in a little while too, because I brought pictures.
I love
Because
it. I love it.
you're gonna need a red circle to find some of these. So
Well, I got home from Missouri State Penitentiary this morning.
Yep.
I got done about 3:00 in the morning, and I went and rested for a couple hours, and then I drove home. Where I just can't tell anybody what happened yet because it's amazing. It is simply amazing.
You get to whet their appetites now. Is what you
I
do.
know.
You get to
I know.
tease them.
Right. And I seen something again I've never seen before, everybody. That's all I'm gonna say.
Never seen before. Never.
I've never seen it before. And there were so many things going on that I can't talk about it. That's the thing.
Keith got you.
Tease. I know, but you're gonna have to turn into Blondes and Boos next Thursday night. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you all about it. So because it is quite interesting what was going on, and I learned a lot of information that I didn't know about the penitentiary, and we're going to go over all of that stuff in there. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff.
Sounds like it. I mean, it's that, and just the way you said the way it was set up and everything, the bit was set up. I was like, you don't see that very often. That style of what y'all did. It doesn't happen that often. It's just people, hey, we're going to go in, we're going to investigate, we're going to be done. We're going to go in and investigate, we're going to be done. Y'all were setting stuff up for people, I mean, this is...
Yes, so. We were actually teaching mini classes during the first part of the night and giving them, familiarized with different techniques, how to use different equipment, different things that maybe you never thought of, I mean, just stuff,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And I really got people's attention. And to the point where I was on my break, and they're like, "Hey, can you come back and do that again?" I'm like, "Sure,
sure, let's do it."
Exactly. And then
I'm having as much fun as y'all are.
Right. And at the end of the night, they're like, "Hey, you're in this building." I said, "Yeah, I'm just here to make sure everything's okay and nobody needs anything." And they're like, "Can you come down and do that thing again?" I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." So, I'm going to put it this way. Here's another tease, Keith. I not only got my floor up in arms, I got the whole building up in arms. So we'll talk about that on Thursday, 8 p.m. Central on Blondes and Boos. So tune in. Okay. One more thing I got to talk about. Yes. One more thing I got to talk about. And this is not a tease. This one is not. Okay. So you know how we talk about going to a Matus Asylum and how we were investigating. We had some unknown type of growls, howls.
I remember y'all talking about that.
Yeah. Well, we did a weekend investigation where, we brought out Miguel Ramirez from Sasquatch Theory
Okay.
so we were out there all weekend doing an investigation to see what was happening.
Okay.
Well, it's out. It's out. The whole thing. It reminds me of kind of like a documentary. The way he had done it. It's about an hour and a half long. I have put the link out there, but it is Sasquatch Theory. And I'm going to put it out there one more time so you can see it. Make sure
I'm
you
about
tune
to
in.
pin it right now.
Right. And then you can kind of see what we do and how we talk about it. So I'll put it back out there again.
I've got it pinned now.
Yeah, after the show, you can go and watch it and you can hear us talk about stuff, and definitely, during this film, and I have to say that our beliefs, like Miguel's and mine, are different when it comes to spirits.
Okay.
And that's fine. That's fine. We had excellent investigation, did lots of crazy stuff out there. And, but it was just a fantastic time, but it is out. So go give it a look.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot because I'm going to sit here with my little bottle saying, okay, you messed up. You stop it.
Stop it. See, and the whole thing is that we went out there for the cryptid side of things, but that place had a little more in store for us.
Something else going on.
Yeah, something more than we had anticipated. So I'm excited. I only got halfway through it. I'm trying to get to a particular part that really was amazing. Well, it all was amazing, but investigation.
I want to go there. Yeah, I want to go there just after y'all did those daytime walkthroughs where the road that goes up toward the cemetery and such, that old cemetery. That whole area just looked cool to me. Okay.
This is going to go. Yeah, this is going to go more in depth into that because it does have that walk up there.
Okay, cool. So I'll watch that.
And you can see the cemetery and how all the headstones are kind of moved and kind of, I don't know, they're leaning kind of.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is leaning. Yeah, well, it's not only that. These bodies are only buried about 2 feet deep.
It's surprising that the state hadn't come in and tried to fix that by now, although.
So. Well, if it was a populated area, they might have. They
probably would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd had them moved. They wouldn't have been on the side of the hill. So.
Right. But this is private property. So I don't know what kind of leg they would have to stand on.
Yeah, I mean, then you just talk about the disposition of remains rules that go into whichever government is involved at that point. Mostly
I don't think they're concerned.
Yeah, and most people probably aren't, but sooner or later they will be.
They will be. Well, yeah, if it sooner or later, but it's a remote, and you do have to hike up to get to the cemetery, so it is not easily accessible to the public.
Yeah.
And it is on property, so you just can't go out there.
Yeah. That is actually cool. Okay. But that is a good one, but we've got another one coming up in Richmond too. So,
oh, yes, we do. This thing is creeping up on me
I got the original. I got the final one, the quote unquote final one.
The final one. Yay. Okay, let's get into it. The Crossing Realms Conference is going to be held in Richmond, Missouri at the Eagleton Civic Center. If you need tickets, and you do, they're under Eventbrite, under the Crossing Realm Conference. Also, we have vendor spots available. We have a special night on Thursday night. It's going to be a social night. That's what I'm calling it. So I'm calling it a pre-party. I'm calling it a social. I'm calling it, social.
Sure, that sounds good. I'm saying shindig.
Yeah, shindig. Yeah, we're having a shindig. And that's going to be held on Thursday night at the Big River Ranch. Only ticket holders can attend. And I'm sorry for everyone who doesn't get a ticket, but, there is that. We also have a second gallery reading by Mary Lynn Bass that you can get tickets for. Our ghost hunt for Saturday night is sold out. But we have so much stuff to do. I mean, we've got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday going.
Yeah.
For a low price, for a low price of what is it, $50 for all 3 days?
I don't know.
I think it's like $50. I'll have to go back.
The last
and look.
meeting we had, I had to dive out because we had too many people in there. So.
Right. I think it's like $50.
and I'm not likely to be there. So, I wanted to make sure the people that were going to be there would actually be in that meeting. So,
Well, you will be missed. You will be missed. But just to
well,
let you know that
yeah,
I think it's $50 and you've got 3
that's
days.
fine. I mean, that for
3
3 days worth of
days.
stuff, $50 is nothing. So,
Exactly. And with the names on there, shoot.
yeah,
You cannot beat that today. Can't.
no,
Anyway,
not one bit. So,
all right,
but
bills are paid.
I
Bills
got
are paid.
another. Oh, no. We got one more announcement because I've got it out there now. I put it out on the Facebook pages. I put it on everything. We are running the Misfit Toys Podcast Network now on Spreaker and on Apple Podcasts. Our channel is out there under this. Every one of the shows that you see in our group is under that channel. We keep them all out there in the podcast for the same thing, and away it goes.
Right. So
Now
if you're
I'm
not
going to work
aware
on
of,
the promo.
right. So if you don't know who the Misfit Toys are, of course, it's Tex. It is Donnie Cho. It is Danielle Diva, Monica Rollins. It's Krista and myself. It is Randy. Who am I missing here? Paul, Paranormal
Jason.
Paul.
Jason.
Jason. There's oh my gosh, Brent Thomas. There's a bunch of us, everybody.
Yep. His isn't on there because he's got his stuff is far and above what we do to start with. So
yeah,
his
well,
isn't part of it, but we're gonna make him one of us just out of spite.
he's already on. He's already out there. So
yeah, but while ours
yeah.
were out there, now they've all been kind of centrally located. So if you go to the Misfit Toys channels on either Apple Podcast or on Spreaker, everything will be there.
It's on everything. I saw it on Audible.
Yeah, it's on Audible.
Yeah,
Everything's lined up on Audible. It's everywhere. We're making waves. We're making waves.
Yeah,
because
we're making pennies, people.
I believe in all of you, and I believe in us.
Right, that's right. We're making our pennies, everybody.
Yeah, they ain't no lie. All right, so now.
So hey, one more thing. I got to go to Sonic, and I got my cherry limeade. I'm feeling pretty good now. It's my treat.
Freaking teasing it.
You're like you
cherry
care.
Limeade. That's just teasing. All right, it's teasing. Yeah, true. I mean, I just finished a Powerade. That's how much I've had in the last day. So yeah, I don't want to go into cramps while sitting here. All right, so
hydrate.
I haven't even started sharing yet. I got to share the screens. Working on it. Okay, I think we've actually looked at this one before, and I don't know if we really went into it a whole lot, but I think we've actually looked at this one before. So let me bring this one
let's
up
check
here.
it out. I'll get my hat
Put
ready.
it out there. We don't have any red circles today per se, but we've got a red arrow.
We have looked at this one.
I think we have to. But it says this person was driving in Kentucky and had to swerve to avoid hitting the deer. And notice when he was standing there, I went back for a pic. Who turns around and goes take a pic of the dadgum deer you just, almost hit? This extremely creepy, not only for the fact that the deer seems unfazed by what just occurred. Well, you didn't hit him. He was happy. But it seems to have a spiritual presence with it. Okay. Now, I honestly, I'm not even looking at that one down there. I always went up here first. I wanted to look. I'm just gonna leave it right there first. What are you looking at?
So we see a deer, and then we're seeing this human look type apparition. I'm seeing that right there.
Okay.
But the deer is totally unfazed.
Yeah, it's looking back at this guy that's shining a light at it. Have you ever heard deer in the headlights? There you go, right there. Yeah. Now, the more I zoom in on this part, the actual photo, I don't think there's anything in there that was superimposed in. I really don't. Doesn't look like it to me.
It doesn't look like that to me either.
But being on the outer edge of the light spectrum or the light glare right here, the light area, this could easily be a trunk of a tree or something over there to the side. Because it doesn't look like it's on the road with the deer.
Something's wrong with this story. I'm just going to say.
Yeah. And I
if
think we
you
saw
almost,
we thought that last time too.
yeah, because if you almost hit a deer ain't gonna stand there. I'm sorry, it'll be
No,
gone.
he's gone. He's gone. He ain't gonna sit there and ask questions.
No,
So
it almost looks like that as if they pulled up on it.
yeah,
Like they were coming to a crossroad and they're like, "Hey, there's a deer. Take a picture."
and they could have. This has happened to me before. I mean, you literally have almost hit a deer. You spin around to make sure that you didn't actually hit the deer by any stretch of the imagination, and that may not even be the same deer. That may have been one of the running-mates with the deer. Because you don't have just one. You never have just one, unless it's a big old buck. That is.
Right. But no, the story's wrong. There's something wrong with that story. But I'm not. I'm
But
seeing.
look at the blow up. This has to be enhanced, okay?
Yeah, because
there's no way you get that level of detail in the deer's eyes to start with.
I think it's some sort of pareidolia.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it must be too.
That's what I'm kind of leaning to, because if you look at the first picture, it more looks like something that is in the wood line, kind of.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's a trunk, a wood, a tree trunk out there. He may just be a stump, but I don't think it's anything.
I don't either. And it's so dark. It's so dark that, I mean, heck, that could be an actual tree out there for all we know.
Yeah, it very well could be. And just the glare of the light off of it is actually making it look kind of closer. But you can see with this enhancement, though, I mean, the head's wrong of the deer. I mean, the color's even wrong on the neck now. But when you first look at it, you're thinking, hey, these might be antlers, but it's not. These are supposed to be the ears. They made this thing look like it's got two distinct legs here, like it may be a I don't want to say it without offending a whole lot of people, but I'm going to offend them anyway. This is supposed to be a phasing Bigfoot, I think, is what they're trying to go with.
Okay, we do have a question from Keith, though. He said, is that possibly the breath from the deer on a cool night?
It very well could have been. I mean, but now that's an awful lot of breath, obviously. But if the wind is just right and he lets it out and it kind of staggers, and when they took the picture, it very well could be.
I may be wrong, but most generally, I thought it would go out and up, not down.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that either. But like I said, it depends on the wind. And
and it also depends on if right before this picture was snapped, that if it was head down and then
and blew
and then blew out.
I do know what that deer would have done after the incident. It would have snorted.
There you go.
It would have snorted and blown. So that's a distinct possibility. Then I hadn't thought about that until that time. So
because it could have been head down. And then when it did it, they just caught it right then.
So that's the only thing I can think of. But like I said, I don't even know for sure if that's the deer that they actually saw or that they thought they hit. Because I'm telling you, the one you almost hit, I don't think he's going to be sitting around. She's going to be sitting around. She's going to be able to live somewhere by that point.
I don't know. I believe this is just pareidolia. I don't believe that this is paranormal in any way.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. So. All right, so that's number one down. I'm not going to tinfoil it, though, because it's still kind of, I can't prove one way or the other. I'm not going to tinfoil it because of that.
Right.
Now, while we get this one ready, I'll start talking a little bit, but this is going to be one from Facebook, okay? And this is coming from the Paranormal Sightings site, okay, or group, I should say. And I'm going to share this one. Let's see here. I got to share full screen on this one so you can hear the sound and stuff too. So
we got a video. Awesome. Let's listen.
This is why I'm having to do it like this, because of the video aspect of it. Because with the videos, it gets wild real quick if I ain't careful. But okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to read to you what was written with this. Okay. Remodeling the house I grew up in, kept hearing noises downstairs. One night while out eating, I got a notification from my motion detector camera. I have a video doorbell front and back door, so if it was an intruder, my doorbells would have notified me first. That's all he writes. So he doesn't know if there's anybody in the house, quote unquote. Now, I'm going to reshare this because I don't think I gave y'all sound.
Okay.
And it's not very much sound, but there is a distinct couple of sounds there. So
Okay, and that will tell you a lot about what it could be.
Yeah, and because it, I'll let y'all, like I said, turn on sound, dummy. Okay, there we go.
Turn on the sound.
I'm turning on the sound. Okay, there we go. Now, let's try this again.
Okay.
Okay, now it's going to loop on you. Now, when it comes through this next time, I'm gonna pause it right there at that spot. Let's go back a little bitty bit. Okay, that's 1 second in.
Okay.
There's a light obviously down there. A light has come on in some way, shape, or form. Now,
looks like a flashlight.
Kind of looks like it to me too, and I'm hearing in my headphones. I don't know if anybody else is hearing it, but I'm hearing what sounds like some murmured voices, but it sounds female or young. So I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but I'm gonna keep it going into the next one. Pause it. Get you back where you belong. A little bit more. Now, let me see if I can slow this down a slight bit. All right, we're going to slow it to half speed here, okay? All right, y'all ready? Now look at the second part. After it passes, you hear something kind of tinkle, downstairs, like something's being moved and pushed around. I don't know if he says there's somebody there. Isn't somebody there because he didn't have the doorbells go off? This screams of there being somebody there. It really does. I'm sorry. It really
doesn't mean they couldn't come through a window.
Yeah, somebody broke in because people like to get into renovations and stuff sometimes. So I don't know how or why, but going back from the first part, I mean, that right there
is a flashlight.
That's got to be a flashlight. It's got to be. I don't know of anything else. If you're renovating this house, that you're supposed to, somebody would have to come in, turn it on, turn it off, or whatever was down there. Because I just don't know what's past that doorway. But this is supposedly the bedroom. Why'd you set this up in the bedroom?
Why is it like that?
Yeah. So okay, I'll take you for your word and say okay, but that's definitely looks like a flashlight to me. Okay. But this is the one that I cannot quite figure out because, could somebody be moving down there? Yeah, but it looks a little wrong. You know what I mean? To be for a person type thing.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think it's a person. I really do think it's a person. Look at the angle of the camera. You were right. Why would they do that?
Yeah, it screams weirdness right off the bat the way it's done. So
yeah. Almost like they set it up that way.
Yeah, because then you can hear it. Tink, tink, tink. Then something just smashes.
I think that they're picking up stuff.
Yeah, they're moving something down there.
Yep.
What if this happened to happen when he was out? It's 8 o'clock to his time. What if this happened when he was coming home? And he just didn't get anything because he'd already just, his doorbells didn't go because they weren't tripped because he was coming in. or he didn't see it. And this is him coming in the house.
I think somebody got it.
Yeah, I'm thinking this one is a good way to bring this back out. I had to take my curly cue off. Unfortunately, it fell off, and I haven't been able to get it to stay on since. It's gone nubbed. So yes, this is definitely is. I don't know if it's somebody necessarily playing, or he just doesn't realize that it's him that created the issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that slamming right there and the flashlight are what really kill it for me. That's just my personal opinion. So
no, I believe
yeah, JD's right. It's flashlight on the wall. Oh, Keith said you get an echo, but I'm not hearing the echo. So
oh, I heard it while you were playing the video, and that's probably a StreamYard thing. So now that he shut the video off, there's no echo. So that's probably what happened. Well, it's a StreamYard thing.
You're about to have another one.
Oh no! Well, share the first one right, and then we shouldn't have any problems.
Yeah, picky. Yeah.
Oh my
God!
Right.
That's right. I'll be nice. Now this one, and let me go ahead and get this ready right now for this one, because we've seen stuff like this hundreds of times, and I don't mean just a little bit. I mean hundreds of times.
I'm just gonna get ready.
Yeah, you might as well have it on because
yeah. I'm ready.
It was a slow week, and a lot of stuff has been revamping out on the internet. You know, well, obviously somebody don't want me to wear it. Where'd you go? You butthole.
Are you fighting with something?
I don't know where it went. It fell behind me, and now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, guys. Mental note to self. Mental note to self. Never be old and fat and try and reach down beneath your legs when you're sitting in a chair. All right.
Well, the other thing is don't lose your PPE.
Yes, my PPE is now engaged. Okay. Golly, some people's kids, I swear.
That's what my mama said.
All right. So this one, like I was saying, out on the internet right now, especially on the Facebook world and the Instagram world and stuff like that, we're starting to do the full circle thing. And anybody that watches all these realizes every few months to a year, old photos start coming back around. Somebody saying it's brand new type thing. Well, this is kind of in that realm, but this one is not really that, but it's the same style as some stuff we've done before. So, okay, here we are. We're at a clothing store. Okay, at least I think that's what it is. Hey,
and we have an echo.
Yeah, you got an echo again?
It's StreamYard.
I can't about to say because I can't hear it on you. It's your fault. I'm gonna go with that. All right. All it says is, hello, I'm Scott, and my security camera recently went up and recorded this video. Zoom in on the chair at the back right-hand side. Well, you must run a clothing store, it looks like to me. So, but we will go with that. And you guys watch. It'll happen again now. It's going to loop. That's where it looped. That wasn't a...
Okay, stop sharing your screen.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's talk about that without me echoing.
It's only echoing to you.
No, everybody else can hear it. The only one that's not hearing it is you.
See, because I put an echo cancellation on my stuff. Did you forget to check that box when you came on?
No.
Drink your cherry limeade.
I'm sorry. I spent the night in a basement.
I'm
a little choked up. I'm a little choked up. Yeah, my voice has been feeling kind of gravelly. You know, my throat's gravelly. I'm like, ugh. Okay. So, wow.
Now, I wish I could zoom in more. Obviously, I'd like to zoom in more on it, and maybe I'll figure out a way to get it downloaded to where I can do that. But I'm gonna slow it down to 0.5 when we watch it again. But you can see the chair. Well, I think somebody's doing something with stuff. I think it was what it is. This is a security camera in a clothing store. Okay. And I think I'm not gonna, this may echo a little bit. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm just gonna add the stage real quick and show you this real quick. All right. This area right here is the chair. Right below it right here looks to be one of those industrial fans that they use for getting moisture out of an area. You know, like if you have wetness in a wall. That's what that looks like to me. I can't tell you for sure because I can't see it well enough, but that's what it looks like. And then somewhere behind this is where this top hat, for lack of a better word, is. And it comes up through and over here. Okay. I can't tell. I've been watching it. I can't tell if it's actually falling down and bouncing, but it's a top hat. This is a clothing store. There's no hats over there that I can see. So why is it over there in the first place?
Run it in slow motion.
Okay, here we go. We're going half speed right now. Okay, it was right here, actually. It was right in that area, and it gets taken off. Usually, I immediately think is some sort of lines. But you can see it. I'm going to pause right here real quick. You can see it. It's right there. The hat's right there. See it? And it's not a top hat. It is a cap. I think it's a cap. But right there, it looks like a top hat.
I don't know.
Once this runs again, I'll pull it back down again because it's hard to see where it's at there, though, but it is there. I'm going to flip back real quick where it lands. That's what I want to see is how it lands, how it rolls. Is that like what's those types of hat? I want to say steampunk, but I don't know if that's it or not. You know, those leathery top hat type things.
To me, it looks like a ball cap.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But the way it sits right there, I don't know. I couldn't tell for sure, obviously. But okay, so now pause that and we'll drop back down.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this off because I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I do. I have to not disagree, but I have to say we don't have enough information to say there was something back there that could have blew that down. We don't know what that is back there.
No, I mean, it looks like it literally launches up and out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like it falls down. It literally launches up and out, which made me immediately think, you know, somebody jerked it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And that's, you know, or it blew off or was teetering on something and came off but the way that it comes off there, it's like with some force.
Yeah.
And it's not that high up off the ground.
No.
So that puts me in the, I don't know what's back there. Could there be a vent of some sort where the air kicks on or the heat kicks on? Possibly.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, it could, but you would think you would see more things move than just it.
No.
I mean, it's not showing on y'all's. I'm just looking at it for my own sake right now, just so I can see.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, see,
I mean, the only time that I seen any paranormal activity that is like moving other things is like a poltergeist type activity where they would just go through and just start shoveling everything in its path.
Not this one single thing.
Yeah. This thing is deliberate.
That's why I'm immediately thinking wires. Remember the one we watched with the guy that had his security cameras on the laundry room area and the dryer door opening and closing and stuff, and we picked that up relatively quick though, because it had just enough stuff out of the way where you knew he could be right there pulling that, and I think we even saw a little bit of a reflection of the line. Now obviously this is too far away, y'all don't see it again, but it's not. Do you get the echo when I just put it on stage or when I'm actually playing it?
When you share your screen.
Okay, well I won't put it up there again, but we can't tell. It's far enough out of the IR illuminators for us to say, okay, we can't tell if there's anything back there or not to pull it, like a line of some sort.
That's why I had to take my hat off. I can't do it. I can't say yes or no to this, because have I seen lots of footage like this of something happening like that? Yeah, I have. That I can't explain, and nobody else can either. But on this particular video, we don't know enough about the location and what had happened and why they would stage something like that if it was a hoax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. And it's relatively new. If you saw the timestamp was the 2nd of May. So
yeah.
Let's see.
If we had some type of backstory, like this has been happening, or this is not anything new, or
exactly. That's why I was like, I don't know. What I read is all that was with the video. That was it. Yeah. It's cool hands. He still can't say paranormal, but we can't. I'm sticking with my thing because I just normally if something like that, especially on these types of cameras, it's somebody goofing with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, when they do it, they're usually in the video as well. So
right. But with me, I can't say yes or no, and it's because I don't have a good video. I don't have a close enough video, and I don't have enough information. Yeah, it's just not enough, and that's okay. I mean, we get stuff like that, like we're like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it looks cool, but we have to think of all the logical explanations first, which we don't know the location. We don't know what's back there. We don't know anything. So.
And I would say it's a tapo. So I don't know. Is there tapos in North America, or is tapo over in England? I'm not for sure. I can't remember the name of the actual security camera. Like we got Ring cameras and stuff. It's got its.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the brands on those because I never had to look for them. You know what I mean? There's no reason for me to investigate those. I guess I should. Do some research on those to figure out exactly what we're looking at here and if they have glitches and stuff like that. Because, I mean, that could solve a lot of problems that we're seeing on these Ring cameras and what have you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, TP Link sells them. So, yeah, they do sell them in the U.S. So,
okay.
There we go. So,
right.
I mean, it could be anywhere.
Right. But just to let everybody know, again, I'm going to put the link out there that Miguel Ramirez from Sasquatch Theory was with us at Emmaus Asylum a couple weeks ago. He has released that episode. So I'm going to put it back out there for you so everybody can see it and go watch it after the show because it's amazing. It's you get to see exactly what we're doing as we're walking through and as we're talking about history and how, there's a lot of gaps and things that we just don't know. I mean, you actually see as we're doing this at every location, we're talking about the location as we're going and trying to fill in the blanks and right. So
it's still pinned up there too, guys. So.
Oh, okay, great. You got it.
Yeah.
So, go check it out afterwards.
I'm helping you out.
Right, because it's fantastic that we went there for cryptid and it turned into more than cryptid. Yeah. So it was absolutely amazing.
I'll get out there and watch it for sure. Once I'm nicely bored, I got to go listen to Brandi and Krista again. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, but guess what? It wasn't all videos this time, right?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half long. So make sure you get your snacks and your drinks and cuddle in because it's an hour and a half. I get that every
time. What are you talking about? Yeah.
But it's really cool because we got drone footage of the place, and you don't know what Miguel and I had to go through to get that drone footage.
Oh, I bet. Woo! Okay, so now we're getting away from the videos again. We're going to go back to some pictures. I got 3 or
Some
4 more pictures.
photos. Got some
Yeah, well, this
photos.
one, do not freak out because I had to blur out. There's a little baby here. I blurred the baby's face out. Okay.
Oh, please just make sure it's just like a blackout or.
No, unfortunately, that one I did
Did
it
you
with. It was
twist
just
it up?
No, it didn't twist.
Oh.
It just kind of blanked it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, that's okay because when you twist them up, it makes them look really scary, and that's all I can focus on.
Well, I'm okay with that. Okay.
We'll make our own scary photos.
This one's kind of a sad one a little bit to me though, but it's not that so much about the baby, but the story behind it. There's a lady that took the photo. This is a photo I took a few months after my son was born. My son is my rainbow baby, as he was the only baby in the house, and this baby foot by his hand was nowhere to be seen when her mother took the picture. Okay. But she had lost a baby a few months before she found out she's pregnant with this son. Okay.
Okay.
After having the son, she felt so at peace with the situation. So I feel this was a sign that my baby was doing all right, or at least watching over somehow. Okay. And this is what we're looking at. See, I just blanked out the eyes and stuff there.
That still looks crazy though.
Well, I'm sorry. I only got a few minutes to work with. All right.
All right. Okay. So, let's zoom in. Because I got to get away from that baby face.
But it's so cute. Come on, don't. All right. I'm getting, if I zoom in, I'm getting more.
Oh.
Now, see, they did not see this. This was not here when she took the picture. They noticed it later. And, you know, babies and stuff, they're always putting their feet in each other's mouth and crap when they're together. I know moms lose their mind about it.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Is that a bug?
Is that what?
Is that a bug? That's like
it very well could be. It very well could be. I mean, I thought, but this is taken by the mother herself. You know, maybe I was thinking maybe something flying by at that point. If you have to catch it.
Yeah, something. I mean, does it look like a baby foot? Yeah, it does look like a baby foot.
Yeah, but and I was thinking pareidolia too. So
I'm telling you, I think that's a bug.
Because this right here, that looks like the wings as it's flying by, and it looks like what was it? Rods. When people take pictures of rods, you know, out off of cameras and stuff, and 99.99% of the time, it's a bug flying by every single time.
Yeah, so I think I'm pretty sure that's a bug.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, but it was kind of cool. I thought I'd put it out there.
It is kind of cool. It does look like a baby foot. Me,
and I wanted to show off my eyeball, you know, merging skills.
But you know, the thing is that the story behind it is sad.
Yes.
But the picture makes no sense.
Yeah, this is just like I said. I don't think there's a baby putting her foot in the other one. I think it's just what is my dad? My okay, hold up just a second. My entire system is just blinking in and out on me now all of a sudden.
Oh no. I seen it go.
You see it?
Yeah, I seen it go.
You see my stuff going?
Yeah. Are you having storms down there now?
No, this is with the computer. This has nothing to do with this. This is the computer doing this right now.
Oh no.
Hang on. Time out. I'm working on it here. I'm gonna turn you off for a second.
I'm not okay. Anyway, but like I said,
you're still hearing me, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine. I just don't think that this is human. I think this is an insect that got a little close to or flying by the lens as the picture was taken. I mean, granted, it looks like a foot, but the story doesn't make sense. Now, as grieving parents, we sometimes take things like these as a sign, or we want to believe so bad that this is what it is, that we will always believe that. But in my opinion, and it is only mine,
I think it's stopped. It literally just stopped. Stop doing it. Now everything's back to normal.
Welcome to doing a podcast with me.
But this is the first time this has ever happened with us. Okay. Not to this level anyway.
Well, where did I just come back from?
Yeah. This is tried to do this 2 or 3 times, but not to this level. And I don't know if there's a problem with my video card having an issue or something, maybe, but
it might.
Either way, I'm not happy. I'm a little bit perturbed about that. So anyway, okay. So anyway, we're both
make sure you do all the stuff though. Make sure you go through and find out if there is a logical explanation, and then we can blame the paranormal.
Well, I'm gonna blame paranormal just out of spite. So now, anyway, so we're both agreed on this one though. This is a bug going across, pretty much. All right,
it's a bug.
So
it's a bug or something. It's a bug or something. I'm just gonna say or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell, but I mean that's what it looks like to me. Out of the thousands of photos I've taken myself and got bugs in them, I'm gonna say it's a bug.
Okay. This one.
Kevin would like to know how to explain normal in this day and age.
Yeah.
That
we just did right there.
Right there. Yeah, did you get that, Kevin? Right there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, next one. I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes version of this one though.
Okay.
This is from England. Okay.
All right.
Now, because this guy, I got a monster paragraph on this thing, and I'm like, I ain't gonna read that whole thing. Either way, it says here it was at Sherborne Street, and it's in Birmingham, in England. Okay, city center building site. That's where they're starting to build now. I didn't copy the picture of the actual building site and such during the day that they had put with this. This vision was picked up by the CCTV in the dead of night on their stuff during full patrol. The security performed full patrol moments earlier than this was captured. Okay. This guy, limitless security, said we provided security for the building on Sherborne Street in Birmingham City Center. In the early hours of Tuesday, we had an alert of a motion censored camera that picked up movement on the site. The images come through to his laptop, so he checked the picture and he notified security on the site straight away, so that way they could get to where it was at. Obviously, he said they did not find a thing. So you go onto the site and you go through security, and that certainly did not happen. None of the stuff happened. That they didn't see anything. It said it's incredibly strange. I have no idea what it could have been, and I didn't sleep the rest of the night.
Well, I wouldn't have either if I caught that.
Now, there was somebody had enhanced this in the comments for this, but the enhancement was so badly done, it made it look like it was block figures, So I was like, we're not even going to mess with that. So
yeah, I don't like when amateurs get a hold of stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
because they make the photo worse. Yeah.
I did not want to mess with it. I was done with it at that point. I was like, no. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in now, and as you look, it does not look like they've actually superimposed this in. It's part of the picture. I mean, I see a little bit right here possibly that could give it away, but I just, for some reason, I don't think so.
I see a black line going down the back of the dress. If you run down her back on her legs, do you see that black line?
This one?
Nope, the black, that one right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that too. And it made me think shadow at first.
I don't see any shadow anywhere else.
No, there's a little bit of a line down here too. And that's why when I was looking up here, you see how this little bit looks like it might have been smudged in, maybe?
Maybe.
You see it? Because these lines here had the same basic shape as the face.
Right.
So at first I was like, well, I don't know if somebody superimposed it in, or did somebody lay it across? Did they use one of those ghost apps that people use all the time now to add them in? First impression, I'm with Cool Hand. First impression I got when looking at it like that, holy crap, that looks legit, because it looks like when you're looking at it this way, that is translucent. You're seeing through it.
Yeah, and very
Right.
transparent. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I
So
said when you said they, when you're reading about how they couldn't sleep, and I'm like, well, yeah, if I caught that, absolutely, I couldn't sleep
yeah.
either.
Now I don't know how long it took him to actually look at it and say, okay, let's get this picture to somebody. I would have loved to have seen the actual, because I don't know when it actually happened, but judging from the clarity of this picture, it had to have done a video. It had to have done a video. Why not include the video?
We always say that. If you have a video, include the
Put it
video.
out.
If you have more pictures, add more
Include
pictures.
them. And a legit motion detection camera system, that security system that they're supposedly all happy about and really, are proud of the way he talks about it. You got more than just this. That was my biggest issue right there. There needs to be more. There should have been more.
It's a video. Now, I would have loved to have seen this thing move.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see the
indeed.
video, see it going across. Because
Right.
the billowing of the dress down here, even though we've got that line that's kind of, quite frankly, it's a telltale right there.
Mhm.
That one and this up here, it's a telltale. They haven't quite got close enough to smudge it in properly, is what they did, because they should have smudged right here to make it look like the background back here, but they didn't. So I think it's one of those ghost apps, where it superimposes the ghost picture onto other stuff. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't even know what year this picture was taken, so it's hard to tell on that itself.
Yeah.
Because if it is video, it is grainy.
Well, it was August the 18th. Do I know whether it was last year, August 18th? I don't know. I would have to go back and look and see if Birmingham city center was building at that time or not.
That's true. That's true.
So,
I'm not sold on this one. I
I'm
myself am going right here. I'm going to go with this. That's where I'm going with it. Just because if this is a video, something is wrong.
Yeah. We should have seen the video.
Why would you not? If you got this ghostly figure moving, why would you not post that whole photo or that whole video?
Yeah, exactly. What they're trying to do, and this is personal opinion. This is my personal opinion on this. This is set up to get them some more publicity for that town center area.
It's something, because like I said, if I had a video, I would be plastering that thing everywhere.
Yeah.
Going, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh, yeah. But that's us, though.
Absolutely. That's true. That's true. Because I don't want anybody saying, hey, that's part of a video. Why did you not post all of the video? Are you trying to hide something? Is something not quite right? Or, I don't want people saying that. So I will post all the evidence I have of all of it.
Okay. Now it's time for my funny of the week. Let me go put that back on right
now. Hold on. All right, I got to protect myself. All right.
This one is making its rounds again out there. Rissel saw it. I know Rissel saw it because he laughed at it like I did on the what do you call it? So, and I'm gonna read to you what was written with it. Okay.
Oh no, these are usually better than the photos.
Two people in May of 2025 were rafting the Colorado River when they snapped this photo. We believe this is the best one of the best photos to date of this creature. Okay.
Oh, dear God. Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the world's worst Photoshop job ever.
We have Fake Squatch.
I mean, come on now, dude.
Moly.
You didn't even make an attempt. This is like putting the Bumble out there, okay?
Yeah, I know. They should have put the Bumble out there. I mean,
I would have believed that. I would have believed
yeah,
that before it did anything.
absolutely.
I was like, I got to bring this one though. I got to end
Well,
with
I
this one.
want to see what part of Colorado River they're on.
Yeah, because there's no Colorado River that I'm seeing. Honestly,
no.
Look at that. That's a dead tree there. There's somewhere in a desert. That's probably mesquite brush and sagebrush back there and stuff.
Yeah, I would like to see this. Because whitewater rafting is exactly that. If they're on a lull, which there's not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Why would
you can't say anymore?
I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. If you ever go whitewater rafting, a camera is not really a good thing to take as much as you would like to.
No. Even GoPros have a rough time with that.
Right. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Number one, nobody's going to ever be able to watch the video that you take because they're just going to get seasick watching it. Okay.
All right.
You don't have any stabilizers. You don't have. Anyway. Okay. We'll leave that at that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Randy.
We're not done yet because I got another report for you now.
Oh,
this is the good ones though. Okay. We're going to go to the fun part. Okay. Just so Gary Spike Sr. can see this. Yes, Gary, I caught bass this weekend. All right.
We need red circles, everyone. Can anybody see that? I can't see that.
This isn't the good one. This is the bass. This sucker right here, I was fishing with a buzzbait this morning and about a foot from the dock. A foot from the dock right there. It hit. Scared the bejesus out of me. I literally, for those that don't know, a buzzbait is a topwater bait, okay? And when he hit it with a force, I thought it was a daggum 10-pounder when he hit it. And I set the hook. When I set the hook, he flew up onto the dock.
We still need a red circle. I can't see what you're talking about.
Oh, Lord, I didn't put any red circles on it because I like my videos. I like my show. No, what you need the red circle for was the catch from last night.
Oh, there it is, everyone. Well, is it?
What is that? Smallest crappie. That is the smallest crappie I think I've ever caught in my life.
You're going to have to zoom in on that. I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
God, I could not believe that crap. I was like, no. I pulled it up. I was like, what in the world? Look at the motion blur. I just noticed that. I had a lady taking it. Look at the motion blur on my hands alone. Look, guys, pareidolia.
Right? She must have been moving. We got a ghost fish. Look at it.
Oh, be quiet, Gary. Just be quiet, all right?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, at least you got to go fishing. I mean,
yes.
You now have a fish story. I mean, as small as it is, but you have a fish story.
Hey, it's just misunderstood. It's not small.
Val says, congratulations, get that mounted.
I thought that. I was like, I'm going to. You doubt me. Hey, well, no, I threw him back. So, it's like, yeah, I don't want the game wardens to catch me with a under 10-inch freaking crappie here in Texas.
Well, the only thing is,
$500 fine.
I would throw him back anyway because it's like, I'll catch you next time.
Ristel, you're right. It identifies at a slab.
That's right.
For anybody that's a crappie fisherman, that's what's a big crappie is called a slab. Okay.
Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the smallest fish ever caught.
Well, I won't say that. I bound to have caught smaller, but I don't think I've ever caught a smaller crappie. So
okay, a crappie. Yeah, on a hook. Just saying.
And a minnow. The minnow was almost as big as the crappie. Okay.
I bet.
That's why I had to get the picture with it. I was like, nobody's gonna believe this crap. Nobody's gonna believe this crap.
That actually made my day.
Yeah. Thanks for rubbing it in. It's okay. Did I tell y'all how much I don't like none of y'all? All right.
Oh my
anyway.
goodness. With that being said, we're done for today.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to squeeze that in, make sure it got in for the hour.
Exactly. But we're glad that all of you showed up. Please share us out.
Yep.
As much as we like doing this stuff, we need to get more subscribers. We're kind of just piddling away over here. So,
but I'm not like Verizon or AT&T Wireless or none of these other guys. I like my current customers a lot. I won't give new customers others.
Yeah. Our old customers will get the same thing as our new customers.
Yeah, every bit of
it. No special discounts. Everybody gets the same thing.
Exactly. So, all right, guys, it's been fun. It's been real, but it ain't been real fun.
It's been fun. It has. We'll see everybody next Sunday right here on Truth or Tinfoil, 5 p.m. Central. Catch us then. Bye.
Bye.